stopping by. Just like yesterday, man. Went back in the crate, dug that shit out, and doing the same today, man. One of the earliest tracks I've been asked to do. Dirty Dike, what do you expect? So without further ado, man, let's jump right in. See what he's got for us.
Once again, of course. Yeah. My crew's mutant, missing parts, tumours in the dicky heart. Stop till the ticker starts looping and I spit a bar, cruising on the wishing star.
See, as soon as this track started, I started to smile. Because right away it sounds like a contact play track. I mean, I don't know where I found, where this link was sent to me from. Obviously, it's probably not from the actual website or the YouTube channel, but I mean, this doesn't mention about Mr. Key being on here, but or I would have mentioned it at the beginning, so I apologize. But as soon as this track starts, it sounds like a contact play more than a Dirty Dike song. Just that, the production of it, the sound of it, that immediately takes me to contact play. And then in comes Mr. Key right off the start. So, hey, it's 5 minutes, so there may be other cats on here, man. It's like a Russian doll, bro. I'm just taking off these things and seeing what's there. Hopefully there's more in there that I don't know, but let's go.
Once again, of course. Yeah. My crew's mutant, missing parts, tumours in the dicky heart. Stop till the ticker starts looping and I spit a bar, cruising on the wishing star. Dusted with the opiates, nothing but the dopies from a crusty little vocalist. Yeah, I write couplets with a broken wrist and spoken with an open bicuspid and a throat that's slit. Bitch, why tussle with an open fist? I gave you everything I had in life and didn't hope for shit. Still a chauvinist type of prick. When I spike your chicks, fine and fit, eyes will fit wider than vagina.
Hey bro, how many of us have done that, right? That's the whole idea about loving unconditional love, right? It's kind of what dogs do for us. Is that they just love us no matter what. And so many of us do that too. You get somebody in your life and you don't even expect anything other than perhaps to feel love back. And then you give everything. And then at the very end, you're left just kind of being like, oh, what the fuck just happened? I expected nothing other than being loved. Or getting some kind of affection back, and I've given you everything, and you've given me nothing. You couldn't even give me that love back. You gave me nothing. I know we've all been there, bro. We've all been there.
From a crusty little vocalist. Yeah, I write couplets with a broken wrist and spoken with an open bicuspid and a throat that's slit. Bitch, why tussle with an open fist? I gave you everything I had in life and didn't hope for shit. Still a chauvinist type of prick. When I spike your chicks, fine and fit, eyes will fit wider than vagina lips. Life with 6 sides, I flip dices to decide and pick which type of chick I should hit with my giant dick. Nah, I'm like a sick bastard, an idealist. Try Nick with a pig mask and a riding whip. Life with a knife I sit, chopping my face off. His waist top straight from a bottle of brainwash. And mate, what, you expect something different? Wait till your father and stepmother listen to the filth. Pig fat dripping from the grill, but it's real. Spitting till I'm stricken from the wheel still. Stressed out in a fresh cloud of madness. Precipitate rain made of sadness and anger.
I appreciate that, man. Let's hear that again. This one they brought out the beat a little bit. Kind of took away the production. Allowed Keys to carry that point across. He's going to do this shit until they're like, fuck this guy. We got to get him out of the will. We're not giving him shit. I was thinking about that unconditional love thing that I was talking about. I mean, I wonder how many artists. Well, I mean, I can see it. I mean, I see it in myself sometimes, but I've given so much of my life to writing, and I've never really gotten, I've never made a penny off of writing, but it's one of those drugs that you just can't get away from. That's your passion. That's where you put all of you give it everything. The old concept of blood, sweat, and tears, right? And there's got to be some of these artists that feel that way too, where it's like, I've given, talking to hip hop, right? I've given you everything. The fans, even, I've given you everything. And it's got to be so hard these days because back in the old day, bro, like an artist could drop an album and it's a dope album and you know you're going to be a year or more before you get something else from them, if you're lucky. And I saw it with I see it with new albums now. It's just like someone will drop an album and then almost immediately they start, when you come in with your new one, like, can you let this one marinate a bit? And that's kind of that connection that artists these days have with the fan base, right? It's that constant need. People are constantly entertain me. And so these cats. I mean, I've given hip hop everything and got really nothing out of it. Not saying that's what he's saying, but I could see why an artist could say that too. But that's not why I stopped. Anyway, I dug that stricken from the wheel bar, and then the way the production works on this, man. This is fun. Liking this.
Wait till your father and stepmother listen to the filth. Pig fat dripping from the grill, but it's real. Spitting till I'm stricken from the wheel still. Stressed out in a fresh cloud of madness. Precipitate brain made of sadness and anger. Back from the cancer, dripping with asbestos. Test tube frog prints, kiss him and your flesh
for the S's, for the M's, for the B's, for the sweat bees. Pepper in my neck for my team. For what's left of my dreams, I'ma fight and die kicking. The quiet type, looking at the sky at night, hitting. I arrive spitting like it's Iron Mike swinging, lying lies spinning, cyanide swigging. So is this the type of world your messiah might live in? Fuck him, I'm just gonna try and die grinning. Something ain't quite right in my head yet, clinging to the sides of a life full of excess. Diving the sketch stress, live from the sweat fest. Please welcome the mind of a sex press. Am I dead yet? Nah, just a dead vibe, kinda like a fresh jet of lemon to the left eye. Legs like jelly with a belly full of red wine, bled dry, looking like a wet pie. Get high, sketch try, messing with my headlights, fuck that. Pick 'em out, flick 'em at the next guy. Hence I stay sniffing at the bread line. Let fly, crumb spray splattered on the red sky. Rub it in the headlights, fetus in the crapper. Snacking on my flesh like the Beatles in my bladder. What? You expect something next? Expect nothing less than the next grubby mess.
I'm still using life as a blacker in a tight spot. Lost with a cracker and a canister of nitros. Watch as I stagger like your boss on his night off. Why not? Fuck it if it matters, I'm a right cock. The sky's what my bladder is the size.
All of a sudden my mouse isn't working. I apologize. Cool verse from Jam, man. A couple of things that popped out on there is I like the idea too that he's comparing the women who don't leave him alone, who are messing with his head. I like how he uses the metaphor of them being lice, right? And then he just picks them off, flicks them at the next guy. It's like, you have this crazy bitch, because this is crazy. Yeah, man, it's so different for me. Well, I guess it's not just for me, but the fact that I'm just like this journey in general has introduced me to everything all at the same time, right? So I'm getting Jam in the CP type of style, and you can start. I think I've heard one or two tracks off his first album. Well, I think that Barrel-Eyed Hookfish or whatever that's called. I fucking love that track, and I think it was not even on the album. It was like kind of an introduction to the album. It didn't even make it on. But you can see that even back here, he starts to have those metaphors, those images, kind of that patent in your brain. The idea of like the Beatles in his bladder and all that kind of stuff. Like he's starting to play, and I don't know how far back if his first album was like that, but now it's all those visual, that poetry that will make you sit back and just digest what he says and be like blown away by the complexity of it. And this is here, he just sounds, he interweaves it, but it isn't from start of the verse to end of the verse where it's just poetry from there. Now it's kind of that poetry interwoven with like some funny bars and some just interesting lyrics. I enjoy both. Like I enjoy both Jam Baxters. I mean, how can you not? That's for sure. And he said something else too that stuck in my mind, but then I rambled. I've been rambling lately. I apologize. Let's jump on to Dike now.
Got the Beatles in my bladder. What? You expect something next, expect nothing less than the next grubby mess.
I'm still using life is a blacker in a tight spot, lost with a cracker and a canister of nitros. Watch as I stagger like your boss on his night off. Why not?
I'll bring it back. But a cracker and a canner of nitrous, is that... Because in my mind, I'm thinking it means like a cracker and like canned cheese, like that has like the nitrous oxide in it that whips the cheese. But my guess to that is he's not talking, he's eating the cheese. My guess is he's doing whippets with the cheese with that. But I guess you can't call it whippets because it's not whipped cream. But I imagine it's still giving you that same idea. He's not having crackers and cheese. It's basically what I'm saying.
Snacking on my flesh like the Beatles in my bladder. What? You expect something next, expect nothing less than the next grubby mess.
I'm still using life is a blacker in a tight spot, lost with a cracker and a canister of nitros. Watch as I stagger like your boss on his night off. Why not? Fuck it if it matters, I'm a right cock. The sky's what my bladder is the size of. Wine clogged sack of what you gather in your white snot. Livestock, I wake covered in a smeggy paste, smelling like the freshly baked flavour of yesterday. Anyway, I hit the rave in a silly state, waving a biggie tape straight in a hippie's face. Wait, you expect something civil? The next fucking prick to come and headbutt a chick will be me. Oh, please listen to the beat, Mr. C, Jammy B, Mr. Key and me, SMB, Ed Scissor T and Ronnie B, CP, making what you're rating seem easy. So come and get a lesson at the next show. Tesco mission for some bevies with the wet nose. Let's go repping like the 7.
Yo, man, I dig that part where he's calling out his boys, bigging them up. And I tell you too, I miss Tesco's, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I do. Those Tesco Expresses. When I was over there, Jake and Danny and we ate Tesco twice a day, probably. Going to get that sandwich deal. If they had that sandwich deal here in Canada, every day I would eat that shit, bro. Like a pop, and get a pop, you get chips or a bottle of water, whatever it is, you get crisps, a sandwich. I gotta tell you, that sandwich, those fucking pre-packaged sandwiches are better than anything you're getting over here at a sandwich shop, let alone at some Tesco Express or come on, man. The idea too, I like how that visual he explains the idea that he just wakes up and he's got the stench of yesterday baked into him, right? The wording on that is so great because it's just, you can just kind of get the idea that he was just like, last night he was just a hot mess, and all just the nastiness and debauchery, all that kind of shit, just baked into your flesh, man. And then in the same token, he's still so fucked up that he goes to the rave in a state. He's still. So not only does he smell of yesterday, he's still high from yesterday, kind of idea.
The next fucking prick to come and headbutt a chick will be me. Oh, please listen to the beat, Mr. C, Jammy B, Mr. Key and me, SMB, Ed Scissor T and Ronnie B, CP, making what you're rating seem easy. So come and get a lesson at the next show. Tesco mission for some bevies with the wet nose. Let's go repping like the 70s to Steptoe. Save no pennies, you can bet I feckin' spent loads. Pressure in the headphones, snapping up the mic stand, lapping up the slime from the tracks in my rhyme plans. Yep, if you want what's expected, come and sing along from the bottom of the cesspit. What?
Which man?
Scissor.
What's poppin', son?
I'm just fucking mastering my album, innit? Finishing everything.
Wait, don't master without me.
Well, this is it. I want to record this fucking tune with you on the end of it, but you're not fucking here, are you?
I'll be back.
Nah, bro. I'm finishing it this weekend, regardless.
Okay, well,
Ronnie Bosh as well, he didn't make it. What the fuck?
It's like, give me your five or I'll fling you a CD. But give me the mic and you finish the sweet dreams. Man, I'm trying it, lying and thinking with PC. I leave chicks crying and stinking of deep heat. So what do you expect? Something similar? CP, SM.
Oh man, I'm gonna bring it back here, back to the beginning of Ronnie's verse, but that little piece with Ed is dope, bro. I mean, how can that not make you smile? I gotta tell you, haven't had a lot of Bosh on the channel, man, and that's a goddamn shame because he's like sneakily in my list of favorite MCs, man. Like, he's just one of those cats that just never fails to impress me. Like, everything that I've heard from him, every Contact Play track, no, you know, he's on here. The Ronnie Bosh tracks that I've listened to and have reacted to. The dude is just the epitome of a technically sound and dope MC. I mean, what else can you say, man? Bosh is dope as hell, man. I really love Bosh, seriously.
In here, are ya?
I'll be back.
Nah, bro. I'm finishing.
Yo, and he showed up. I don't know if we're gonna have time for Ed to show up in this one. I mean, I guess technically he shows up here, but not a whole lot of time left, man. Maybe we'll, but you know, usually Ed needs a little bit of time, man. He needs a little bit of time because this stuff is deep. Needs some time, man. He ain't gonna fit in a 30-second verse in this. All right, let's see what Ronnie's got for us.
This weekend, regardless.
Okay, well,
Ronnie Bosh as well, he didn't make it. What the fuck?
It's like, give me your five or I'll fling you a CD. But give me the mic and you finish the sweet dreams. Man, I'm trying it, lying and thinking with PC. I leave chicks crying and stinking of deep heat. So what you expect, something similar? CP, SMB, the familiar face of space cadets, but waste is dead. Better laying it, ladies, I make my bed. Save the steps for later, the stage is set. Watch Ronnie Bosh profit off it, blatant theft. Ancient cracks who step on the pavement's edge, but never spend pence when it could be paid in debt. That's free money, fact the scene's crummy. I'ma preach to these sweet pea creeps, scream on me. For me, it's better to be deep than be lucky. Bosh, you'll never see a weak chief touch me. Stop, just settle for a piece, please, sonny. While I feast on the green leaves that keep me scummy. Funny, something ain't quite how it should be. Hooks need sharpening for this crowd of shook freaks. You mistook me for them, well who's who then? No, I ain't Dike or Ed, the too gruesome. No, I ain't Jams and I ain't Luke Nukem. It's Bosh, come and unlock the screws loosen.
mate, I can imagine. What can I say?
Oh, waste man.
But I'm back in Cambridge on Wednesday.
What, and how are you going to record your verse?
I don't know, can't we figure something out? Thursday would be perfect. And I don't know, there's definitely got to be somewhere that we can sort out, I'm sure. Yeah, well, it's Wednesday, it's the 14th on Wednesday.
Yeah. Alright, cool. We just need to get an acapella and send it to Adrian.
Standard. Alright,
Alright, safe. Well, I'll chat to you soon.
cool, in a bit.
Hey, well, at least he made it on the track. Some way, shape, or form, man. Ed's on the track. You know, like I said, this is perfect for me because I was expecting a Dirty Dike track that was 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Meanwhile, I got a Contact Play track, man, which I always have time for Contact Play. Kind of one of my favorite songs I listen to right now is Reckless from Flip Tricks, right? And it's always funny to see Flip Tricks featuring the 4 Owls. To me, that's a 4 Owl track, man. Regardless of the fact it's a Flip Trick track, the whole 4 Owls is on there, and that track is just fucking dope, man. And this track is dope too. So glad that I finally got a chance to do it. It is one of those tracks too that early on, I know I did some tracks early on. It was because so many people were excited that I was, you know, focusing on UK hip hop, man. People were sending me their favorite tracks, and I really appreciate that. And there's so many things now that I look back upon, and I wish I had waited, because I would fully appreciate the tracks more now than I did back then. Although I enjoyed them, now I would so much more appreciate not only the quality and the artist, but what they were saying, but like the history behind it and what it meant. And this is one of those tracks for me. If I had done this way back when I started the channel, I wouldn't have fully, like what I was saying about Jam, right? I wouldn't have fully have appreciated who Jam Baxter was as an artist and how he's gone from what he does with Contact Play to what he does with Ghost Town and Dabla, with Dead Players, and then what he does now with him and doing what he does, right? So I wouldn't fully appreciate this. Would just be a Jam Baxter verse, and I probably wouldn't have recognized the fact that was key at the beginning. I wouldn't have recognized it was Jam. I'd have to have somebody tell me what order they're in and stuff. So this is a cool idea. A cool thing that I get to see the older stuff now, and I appreciate it much more. Is what I'm saying. And I appreciate you guys for being here every day. Love you guys, and hey man, like I always say, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this, man. And if it wasn't for these artists, we wouldn't have the beautiful music that it is, the best music on the planet. So show them some love. Do whatever you can to support the guys. And until next time, stay safe. Good to each other.